Alright guys, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about the new banners they've just posted, the new character banner for Phase 2, weapons banner as well, new events as well as coming, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So we're going to talk about the Nilo banner first, because she's coming out alongside Albedo. So we'll talk about Nilo first. So this banner, from what I see, the 4 stars on the banner, pretty okay. Um, Xiangling and Beidou has finally returned. It's been a while actually since we had seen them in the banner. Barbara also, yeah, I think we've seen her many times. Is also in her banner. Um, to be honest, this banner is pretty okay because we have Xiangling is one of the very overpowered 4-star units because once you get a lot of her constellations, especially after C4, she becomes like a 5-star, you can say, very powerful. She can do a lot of reactions with Nilo as well, a lot of vaporize, and yeah, she's a pretty OP 4-star unit, one of the best ones. Beidou as well, if you get a lot of her constellations, especially after C2, she started to ramp up in terms of damage and electro application as well, and she also can counter, so I think that's very nice. But yeah, if you unlock all of her constellations, she becomes very powerful. And lastly, Barbara, I mean, I'm sure most of us has at least one copy of her because she's a free unit. And yeah, if you get her C6, then yeah, pretty cool, can revive. And that's about it actually. Nilo, untested, so we don't really know much information, but we have some information over here regarding her vision, her weapons and everything, her talents, even the essential materials. You can actually refer to their article on HoyoLab, it's already posted. You can kind of pre-farm for her already. So we have a normal attack, pretty basic, charge attack as well. Yeah, this is her elemental skills. Her elemental skills and the elemental burst as well, pretty nice. And a couple of passive talents that she has lah. So you can actually read all these for yourself. The one key thing to take note that she is I think she's fully scaling off max HP, so it's gonna be pretty easy to build her because you don't have to stretch out too much on which stats to get. Just focus on HP, I believe, and everything I think should be very good for Nilo. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, so the artifacts you want to farm for her probably will be the tenacity set because that one has a HP percentage, 2-piece bonus, and also 2 hydro in one team at least, so you can get the resonance buff. And yeah, that's some ideas. Probably you can put on Nilo. Yeah, so that's some artifact ideas as well. So the event which duration starts on 14th of October, which is actually just around the corner. This Friday, 6 p.m. for me, and last until 1st of November, which is yeah, 1st of November. I think this is the live date for the patch 3.2, so that's pretty nice. And same goes with Albedo, same time. Alright, now let's talk about Albedo since we are here now. For me personally, I don't really recommend getting Albedo at this point in time. Not because he's not great, it's just that there's just a lot of nicer characters out right now, which is like example Nilo, and the next banner I think after Nilo and Albedo is the Dendro Archon. So you're gonna want to think about it first before summoning on Albedo's banner, unless you have a lot of Primo Gems, then I think it's okay. But Albedo is a very good supporting character. He does a lot of off-field damage with her elemental skill, and he can pretty much crystallize a lot of things, a lot of reactions you can do with Albedo. He can pretty much generate the crystallized shield, so that's pretty nice. He also can put a geo construct on the ground, which is an elevator basically. You can use it for you can use the elevator, which is a geo construct, to also do the geo resonance with other geo constructs. So you can put like Zhongli's pillar, let's say, Traveler's meteor, and you can pretty much do the resonance for geo, so and deal some damage as well. So that's pretty nice. Other than that, I don't really recommend getting on this banner at all. Nilo, maybe you can try for her because she the design looks pretty nice. And yeah, I mean she is a dancer, so I think that's one of the nice things already. And her, yeah, her design, everything is pretty nice. but we have to see a full damage and everything once she's out on Friday, so can hold off for now until you see the reviews and everything, then you can decide whether you should pull or not. For me personally, I won't be touching any of these banners. I'm skipping Nilo as well. I'm saving up for Nahida, which is the Dendro Archon, which is what I want to get in the next patch. So yeah, that's for me. My advice for you guys, if you don't have enough Primo Gems, I recommend saving for the Dendro Archon. I think that she is more worth it because Archons usually are pretty strong in general. So that's my recommendations. Well, that's it for the banners, for the character banners for patch 3.1 phase 2. Let's talk about the weapons banner, and man, this one looks very good actually. This banner from YC, we have the Jade Cutter, which is a pretty good weapon for all of sword users, sword DPS users. We have the Key of Kaj Nisut, so this one pretty much best in slot for Nilo. I'm just guessing is, oh wait, I think it's already out in the patch notes. I think it's a pretty good weapon for Nilo because it scales with max HP. I believe this stats is a max HP. I remember them, they posted in the patch notes somewhere be far away already, that this weapon's stats, passive and everything. So I think it's gonna be best in slot for Nilo, no doubt. But other than that, it's a pretty niche weapon still because there's no other sword user that can utilize this weapon fully. So in my opinion, this banner is mid tier in general, but considering we have the Jade Cutter, I think it's a pretty okay banner to wish on. If you're going for Nilo, I think this banner is a pretty good banner. And the 4 stars on this banner as well are pretty amazing because we've got a new C4 series, C4's Moonlight. I'm not sure what the catalyst is called. I think it's okay, Wandering Evans Star is the catalyst name. Right, so there's two of these new 4-star weapons which are limited in this banner. Turns out to be actually pretty strong. So if you're gonna pick up some of the weapons on this banner, it's a pretty good banner to wish on for these 2 new weapons in particular. The other 3, which is the Rain Slasher, Dragon's Bane, Sacrificial Bow, pretty okay, I guess. Rain Slasher is still not amazing still, but it's just okay. Dragon's Bane is pretty good on Xiangling and even Hu Tao, so you can use this as well. Sacrificial Bow, I think is a pretty good bow for supporting units which really need energy and need to reset the skill. You can get this bow as well. This one I think is pretty good on a couple of bow characters that supports the team, so that's very nice. And just take note, guys, this C-Force, Moonlight, and the One Ring Eleven Star won't be available in Standard Wish, so then that's pretty normal. It's a limited time weapon which is only available on the weapons banner. So yeah, that's the weapons banner, and for me, my advice to you guys, if you don't have enough pools to get the weapons you want, the guaranteed by the way, which is a lot of pools, I will honestly skip this banner because I think weapons banner is a scam still in my opinion. If you're free to play, I just don't recommend it. But if you really want to get Nilo and her weapon, then yeah, you might consider this to wish because 4 stars on this banner are pretty insane. So yeah, this is my suggestion. But for me personally, I don't think I'll be touching this banner at all because I just want to see Nahida's weapons banner first before I make a decision. If her weapon banner, the second option, which is the second weapon option, is terrible, then maybe this one is not too bad. But I'm just still mixed about this. But anyway, yeah, it's a scam, so don't wish on the weapons banner in general. But yeah, this weapons banner, pretty mid tier, but I think it's pretty okay if you're going for Nilo. And that's all for the weapons banner. Let's talk about the events. So events phase 2, finally coming to phase 2 already. So the Daylog event is making a comeback. This one you get 10 free pulls totally, intertwining fates. So you can get 10 if you log in for 7 days, and you get some money as well, materials, and also some EXP books. So that's okay. Unfortunately, it only comes after Nilo. So if you're looking to get this before Nilo banner comes, unfortunately you can't get it because it's phase 2. So yeah. So we already talked about this. We already talked about this. Same for this one. So we got a new Wind Chaser event, Gale Zone Domain Challenges. So this one will go live on the 17th of October, which is next Monday. So next Monday you can play this event. Pretty much just some rewards and materials, Primo Gems. Star Seeker Sojourn event. So this one, not too sure what's this, but I think I will do some challenges as well. Probably a combat event. I think these both are combat events. And we have the story quest for Nilo, which will be available after the patch goes live for phase 2, which at 6 p.m. 14th of October. So yeah, that's it. So that's the events for the next phase of 3.1. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick video discussing about this. Will you be wishing for Nilo or Albedo or even their weapons? So for me personally, it's a skip for all. I'm not gonna touch any of the banners. I have C6 all these units, by the way. This thumbnail take note off. So I don't want to risk getting duplicates anymore. So yeah, this banner is not for me. Probably will get Nilo once she returns in her rerun maybe, but for me personally, I'm just gonna aim for the Dendrocon, which is Nahida. So yep, that's it guys. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully your summons go according to plan if you're getting Nilo or Beidou or Weapons Banner. I wish you all the best in your summons, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.